Hey, good to see you again. All right. Going to make you two short videos today. The first video is going to look back at the What I Liked section, give you some tips on how to revise those. And the second video a little later is going to look forward to what you're going to do this weekend to add an alternative perspective to your paper. So, going to use some feedback I gave to two of you to help everybody revise their What I Liked and also your What You Didn't Like section, because they're essentially the same thing. Just one you're talking about what you liked, one you're talking about what you didn't like. The first thing I would say is be specific. Be very clear in the paragraph what it is you liked. Now, you've got to dig deeper. If you say, well, I like how she expressed herself, that could mean anything. I mean, you could, are you saying that you liked how she put her emotions out there? Do you like how she was very factual? Do you like how she was in your face? Did you like how she told a lot of stories? Anyway, you got to get more specific with each thing that you liked. Give good details and then explain those details. Let me give you an example paragraph. I made up all the stuff in this paragraph here just to show you what I mean about being specific and explaining more how your quotes show your point. I write here, I appreciate that throughout the book, Green, the author, expresses herself honestly by telling about her failures and weaknesses as well as her successes. So right off the bat, notice that I'm going a little deeper than just saying, I like how she expresses herself. I thought a little bit, well, what do I mean by that? Well, I like how she tells about her failures as well as her successes. See how that's more specific? So now I'm off to a good start. I've got a good, clear direction to this paragraph. For example, in chapter 4 about keeping the faith, she discloses that 3 times she almost gave up on her YouTube channel. She writes, quote, when the first year rolled by and I still hadn't hit a viral status on any of my videos, I told my husband, time to pull the plug. I literally laid in my bed in a fetal position all day. Oops, I should have had a page number there. It's the nice thing about making things up. It's easy to come up with page numbers. Notice, by the way, with the page number, the period goes at the end. Don't know if you caught that. Now, what am I going to do the rest of this paragraph? I'm going to explain a little bit. What did I like about that quote? Some of you are dropping a big quote in there and you're not explaining what you liked about the quote. So as a reader, I'm going, maybe I get what you're saying, but I'm not sure. Watch how I explain here. What I appreciate about this section is that with my own business, sometimes I too feel like it never worked. It will never work when I lose money on a particular product I thought would sell out. When I have these doubts, I feel like I must be the only one who has these sinking feelings. Knowing that someone like Green also had to work through these feelings really encourages me. So I appreciate how she expresses her failure as well as her successes throughout the book. See how I stayed focused on one point? See how I was specific with the point? See how I explained why the quote was meaningful and showed my point? Do the same in your revisions, okay? Let me give you a little tool. I talked to Lindsay about this. Lindsay has a great paragraph where she says she loves the imagery that her author uses in the book. And I thought, that's great. You're specific. And this technique is called little, 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 big. What I mean is, instead of just having one example that takes the whole paragraph, give us 2 or 3 little lead-up examples, then give the big example. That way we get a little broader view of what you're talking about. Little, 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 big. Here's how it would work. So let's say I'm writing in my paragraph about how I loved the imagery in the book. I could say this. In the title, she has the image of anxiety as a beast. In chapter 2, she talks about depression being like soppy quicksand. And in chapter 8, she likens difficulty in trusting others to being asked by someone to go over Niagara Falls with them in the barrel. But my favorite image is of the roller coaster. Now you can launch into your big example with the roller coaster. But you see how I gave little taste, little taste, little taste, big taste. That's our goal, right? A review of a product that gets thumbed up is one that's useful. And one big example by itself for a book may not be all that useful. So give little tastes, then hit us with the big one. So again, as you revise your what I liked or what I didn't like section, make sure you are clear in each paragraph what you're talking about. Make sure you dug deep. Don't just use general terms, dig deep. Make sure you use good examples, try little big, and make sure you explain your examples. All right, that's my feedback on your what I like sections. Going to hit you with another video in a little bit about your homework for this weekend, adding an alternative perspective.